Bird-eyed in the sky, thou can sing twice as high. Demeter, Mary-Uto, a specials rainbow. We learn from all of them. Authors to know, singing so, a specials rainbow. We can draw anything, jump and run, get in the sun, a specials rainbow, a specials rainbow.
For specials this week, we are talking about community helpers. We can all be helpers in ways big and small. As we read, sing, move, and create, this week think about how we can all help and how we can all be in contribution in our homes, our neighborhoods, and our world.
Hey! Hello there! How are you? It's so good to see you. We'll sing and be happy. We're all here together again. Hello there! How are you? It's so good to see you. We'll sing and be happy. We're all here together again. Good. So we're talking about caretakers this week, which means we're talking about all the people that take care of us and our families. So sometimes caretakers can be the people you live with or your brothers or sisters or your family members. And sometimes caretakers are the people that help us out in the world, like grocery store workers and the post people, like the postman or postwoman, the trash collectors, doctors, nurses, all kinds of things. So we have a song that we're going to learn today. Called People in Your Neighborhood. So I want you to listen to the part that you're going to sing first. Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Say, who are the people in your neighborhood? The people that you meet each day. So that's your part. Pretty simple. If you can say, who are the people in your neighborhood, you have most of the song. Ready? So try it with me. Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Say, who are the people in your neighborhood? The people that you meet each day. Good. So now what's going to happen is we're going to sing that part together, and then I'm going to sing about different people in the neighborhood. I want you to listen to who I'm talking about. And when you're listening, think about what they do, not just what I sing in the song, but what you know that they do and how they've helped you. Because you might want to, when we get done, write them a letter or draw them a picture to thank them for everything that they're doing for us. All right, let's sing together. Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Say, who are the people in your neighborhood? The people that you meet each day. Oh, the trash collector works each day. She'll take all your trash away. She drives the biggest truck you've seen to keep our city streets all clean. Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Say, who are the people in your neighborhood? The people that you meet each day. A teacher works the whole day through to teach important things to you. He'll teach sure to put it out. Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood, in your neighborhood. Say, who are the people in your neighborhood? The people that you meet each day. Good. I hope you enjoyed that. I really like that song. I hope you did too. The second part of our lesson is something you're going to have to do all by yourself. I would like you to pretend to be a postman or a trash collector or a teacher or a fireman or a doctor. And I want you to pretend to be those things and act it out. I want you to create something to share with your family. So it could be, if you're a postman, you could have everyone write a letter to each other and then deliver the letters for them. If you're a doctor, you could take one of your toys and have it get hurt. But you can fix it and then you can show your family how you fixed it. But I want you to use dramatic play. I want you to act things out and be a helper, okay? Be one of our caretakers. All right, guys, have a good time. Bye.
Hi, friends. Do you like to help others? Me too. It always makes me feel good to do something for someone else. Today, we're going to read a story about all the ways we can help, and there are even some extra optional activities that you can work on at the end if you're interested. And don't forget to go to Clever and click on the link to typing.com for some more typing fun this week. Today, in neighborhoods all over the world, millions and millions of people are doing very good things. Today, carpenters are building fences and houses and repairing homes that have been damaged by storms. Today, moms and dads are cooking dinners for their families. And cooks are working in kitchens making meals for people who don't have homes. Doctors and midwives are delivering babies and gently passing them into the eager arms of their parents. Teachers are teaching math, spelling, and reading skills. Musicians are opening their hearts and playing beautiful music. And dancers are leaping across dance floors, practicing performances that will bring joy to their friends, their families, and their communities. Today, people are planting seeds, picking fruits and vegetables, and driving them to grocery stores all around the world so you can have a ripe, juicy orange in your lunch. Today, a child is trying her very best to do well on her science test, and a teenage boy is helping a young child who is sad and lonely. Today, a first grade boy is helping a friend who has a skinned knee. And a big sister is holding her baby brother while her mother runs across the street to help a neighbor. Today, millions and millions of people will do very good things. And so will you. I wonder what you will do. The end. There are a couple of extra activities at the end of this story that you can see here. One is called, Who are the Good People in Your Community? And it says, close your eyes and think of all the good people in your life. Think of your friends, families, neighbors, and teachers. Now think of other people who help you, like store clerks, the mail carrier, and the farmers who grow the food you eat. Draw a circle with these people around it, like the drawing here. You can draw paper dolls, stick figures, or just faces. Draw yourself in the center. Write down the names of the people around and inside the circle. Decorate your circle and put it in a special place to help you remember the good people in your life. Or you can also create a Good Person Award. Have you ever had someone thank you for something good you've done? Didn't that feel good? You can make someone else feel good by giving them a Good Person Award. Draw an award like the one on this page, or make up a style of your own. Write a thank you note inside the award, decorate it, and give it to the person. Then watch them smile.
Hello again. This week we're talking all about helping others. And right now, as a global society, we have wonderful examples of people in our community that are caregivers, many of which we already know, but seem to be much more amplified in what they have to do to help keep us safe. That's more present in our forefront of our mind. It may be their profession, like a nurse or a firefighter or even a post office employee, or their passion, or both. No matter what your position is in life, you can always find ways to help and support your community. I want to think and talk about ways that art can be used for good. There are so many ways that art can be used for the greater good, but I'm just going to focus on 3. 1, public art and beautification projects. 2, positive messaging and encouragement. And 3, handmade gifts. Public art and beautification projects, enrich the environment. They bring people together that are creating them. They often change an otherwise drab and boring space into something interesting and colorful. When things are beautiful and colorful, many people appreciate it. And it's nice, but it does much more than that. In Indianapolis's Plan 2020, its bicentennial agenda, it calls out the importance of public art in reaching an overall city vision of becoming a healthier, more inclusive, more resilient, and more competitive community, stating, quote, "Public art, in particular, has a role to play because it's seen and shared by all segments of the community, young and old, rich and poor. We use it to tell stories, connect people in history, and place things in context. Art and culture make Indianapolis not only an attractive destination, but also help recognize it as home." Another way is art for encouragement and positive messaging. It's a delightful way to use your time and talents to lift up others. We are seeing tons of examples of this right now, from signs at the park thanking essential workers to decorating sidewalks and windows with bright motifs and "we are all in this together" messages, to kindness rocks hidden for folks to find, fun TikToks online, memes, musicians, and posting sweet songs and other things that you can see to remind us that we are not alone during this time of social isolation, which itself is an act of kindness to others. Handmade gifts are also a nice way that you can put your talents to work and help others. Receiving a handmade gift or card just seems to have a little extra love involved. You can find many ideas for different handmade gift creations online or from family and friends. And I'm going to keep it simple and make a card, an envelope of paper, mostly from my recycling bin, for a friend of mine. She's extra isolated because she happens to live alone, just her and her pets, and she's a nurse working with COVID-19 patients. I want to give her a little thanks for everything she's doing to help keep our community healthy and show her how much I love her with just a simple card. All right, hello again. So got a bunch of stuff I drug out of my recycling, and have some basic supplies, some glue stick, scissors, crayons, maybe a pencil, and I do have a ruler that's mostly for like tearing a straight edge. But otherwise, you could really do this project with just glue stick and recycled materials, or even tape, any kind of adhesive that you can find. So I found this pamphlet or handout or whatever that was like really thick material. So I want to take, so I already ripped it apart, but I took the outside part, kind of like the cover, because again, it's very thick. That's going to serve as the base of my card for my friend. I might even, I'm thinking I'm going to, I make it even. I guess I don't need to make it even, but I want to make sure it's straight. So I'm going to use my ruler here to actually change the shape of this beginning of this card. Mostly because a lot of times when I'm doing something handmade, I like it to show. So that shape, that exact kind of proportion of that rectangle was very much like a regular card, but I wanted to change it up a little bit. So I made it a different shaped card. So now it could be, it could be like a little short card, boop, 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 or it could even be a tall, like stand-up card. I'm thinking about it because it's so stiff. Oh, not quite. But you get the point of where I'm going, is I'm trying to find ways to change it quite a bit. Now, obviously, this is not a very fun card for my friend. I mean, like the bottom part of someone's, the torso of someone doing something, that's not a card. The bottom wheels, no. I'm gonna cover this with other things I can find. So I've got a magazine, like again, all that stuff you get in the mail that you don't always want. I even have the old envelope that would have just been trashed for my Verizon bill that I can use to put crayon colors on, maybe make a unique color. I got some dark purple. I could add a little lighter purple. That didn't really change it much, but kind of mess with it as I start to think about what I'm going to add to this card. whenever you're making a personal gift for someone, you want to think about them while you're doing it. So when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking about my friend. She is a nurse, as I already told you. She is actually really into pink, so that's fun that I have so much pink here. She also likes to go out to eat a lot. Oh man, I got so much pink. Likes to go out to eat a lot. She loves her animals. Wow, this is a kind of a neat bit. That's just a big window. So maybe I'll cut that out and start to make that. She also likes vacations, so that looks like a vacation. I'm gonna take some time, step away, make my card. Again, cutting out pieces I like, collaging them, gluing them onto this. And then I wanna come back and show you how to make your very own envelope. All right, card's finished. A little thinking of you card. Got a message just saying thank you for keeping our city healthy. I told you she likes animals, so there's some kitty cat, and then the I love you. And then on the back, there's another animal. So, card done, ready to send off to my pal. I want to make a homemade envelope though. I told you she likes to go out to eat and stuff a lot, so I found all these great pieces of paper that had, or excuse me, pages from the magazine that had food on them. I'm going to use this one. I think this looks delicious. And to make your own card or your own envelope, you need a piece of paper that is bigger on all sides than this. But it can't just be bigger with the rectangle right in the center. You actually tilt it a bit, and you want to have you want to be able to place your card on this paper where there is at least a triangle above, leaving a little extra on the edges, a triangle to the right, a triangle to the bottom, and a triangle to the left. To make it easiest for me, what I like to do is line it up, making sure I got plenty of little extra space for the folds, and then I actually do not need all this extra. I want it to almost be like a square around it. It's kind of off center a bit, but still almost like a square more than a rectangle. So I'm going to trim off that excess. Then, just like an envelope would be, you fold up the bottom, fold one side in, oopsies, the other side in, and this is not going to be perfect as far as symmetrical goes, but it will cover up and make an envelope that you can slide your card in. So right now I'm holding it down with my hands. I'll glue those with glue stick, and then this part will come down, and you can see it comes together to cover up the card. That's how you make your own little personal envelope. I mean, it's food on that side. If I'm going to try to mail it to her, I will have to put something here, like a label, and to write her address, and then a return label. Otherwise, I don't think our friendly mail carrier will mail it off. Hope you guys have a great week.
This week is service people, and we're going to do a service person workout, and this workout will include the 5 components of fitness. Now remember FitnessGram, we did a few of the components of fitness in the FitnessGram, but not all of them. The first component of fitness is cardiovascular endurance. That's when you did your pacer run. And remember that you ran back and forth for 20 meters and see how many times you could run back and forth to exhaustion and stay with the beat. I'm not going to run now, but the idea behind that is to increase your heart and lung capacity to make them the strongest they can be. So, you know, we're all big on running, and you have to be very creative. Even if you're not running, you can burn as many calories walking as you can running. So get out and get up and stay moving, and that'll increase your cardiovascular endurance. The second component of fitness is muscular strength. Now, we did push-ups, so we can do push-ups, and boys and girls, you don't have to do too many, but you want to always increase the number that you do. Remember, there's no such thing as a girl's push-up. A push-up is a push-up is a push-up. So remember to keep your back straight, your hands about shoulder width apart. You've got your knees off the ground. You go down and come back up. Go down and come back up. And sometimes if you get tired, it's okay to rest in this position as long as you can do another one. So start with a small number. If you can do 5 or 6, do 5 or 6. Take a day off and then continue on. But you gradually want to get stronger with your muscular strength. Girls, you can always do about half of what the boys do. That's muscular strength. Muscular endurance is an easy one. Now we did sit-ups and see how many sit-ups we can do, and I know we stopped at 25 or 75 on FitnessGram, and many of you went to the limit on that. Another way you can increase your muscular endurance is to do a plank. And a plank is simply when you rest on your elbows, you can keep your hands together, keep your back nice and straight, and stay in the air for about 1 minute. Okay, this is endurance. How long can you hold this position? Plank, plank, and plank. One of the components of fitness that we never did test with FitnessGram is flexibility. And that's very important, especially as you get older. So practice your flexibility now. One way to do this that we used to test with FitnessGram is the sit and reach. And this measures the amount of flexibility that you have in your legs and your lower back. So this is simply keeping your knees flat on the ground, keep your toes pointing up, and reaching, and reaching, and reaching. Typically, girls are a lot more flexible than boys are, but you always want to practice, okay? Practice flexibility, okay? Pull, pull, pull. Stretch your lower back and feel it in your legs as well. The last part and component of fitness is body composition, and that's where your diet comes in. You're as good as what you put in. Put good in and get good out. So watch what you eat, kids. Make sure you eat a well-balanced diet, everything in moderation, and that'll help keep the amount of body fat down. So a service person workout. So who's a service person or an essential worker, an essential person? Kids just like you.